Well, here we are, as promised. My first official video. Herbert Robert, William Hennis, coming to you proudly from the far south coast, New South Wales, Australia. A beautiful part of the countryside. And yeah, the bellbirds are still going. Sorry about that. Very, very loud. Most know me as Owen Gordon Reid, and if you want to find out the disparity between the two names, go to my YouTube channel. That old, what's it called? That old guy, Australia. Go and check it out. And there's a small, well, I thought it was a short video, but there's a video on there explaining the disparity and how the government changed my birth certificate. So I won't go into it here now. But anyway, let me get right down to it and quickly, because I've got a limited time. Anything I say in here is just information. It's my information, my opinions. You can take them with a grain of salt if you like. Hear how many derogatory comments I get. I'm way past caring. If you get something out of them, fantastic. Subscribe, share. Subscribe. I want to get to 50. That'd be awesome. Anyway, but it's just my opinion. There's no medical advice. It's just opinions that I can give. I can read things to you from some amazing experts. And again, you make up your own mind. I'm sure you're adult enough to do that. Okay? What we've got going on here at the moment is probably one of the biggest psyops ever in the world. Psychological operation. A group of governments have got together. They've decided on a protocol. They've decided on an agenda. They've meticulously planned it. And they've set about creating it, implementing it, and carrying it out. Believe what you will. You can say I'm batshit crazy. Batshit. Up fun early on in the game. There you go. But that's exactly how it's gone. Every single country around the world is enacting legislation, laws, emergency powers, protocols, you name it, all in unison, right across the planet. They banned precursors, HCQ, ivermectin, right across the planet at the same time, prior to the pandemic. Cleared shelves of it, like they knew something. Now, why did they do that? Why did they do that? Why are these things now being used in hospitals? You didn't know? Oh, dearie me. Well, that'll all come out. We had a nurse at a rally, 40 years she's been in the nursing game down in Melbourne. Revealed information, and she's just one of many whistleblowers, believe me, who are coming forward to say that people who are turning up in hospital with COVID, SARS-CoV-2, once you get to COVID it's too late, SARS-CoV-2 are being treated with ivermectin if they're vaccinated. If you're not vaccinated, you're not getting it. Interesting in itself. That way they can say, well, vaccine works a treat. He recovered quickly because he had a vaccine. No, they're using ivermectin. This is all going to come out. Believe me, there's a lot of whistleblowers. All these health professionals, for the first time in the history of Australia, have all been gagged by the ruling medical body, which is APRA, Australian Health Professionals Regulatory Association. They have gagged them. We've seen the videos where the lady's sitting there with a sheet of paper. It's got the narrative from APRA on it, and she categorically states, I can only read what's on here. I cannot diversify. I can't diverge from any of this. If I add or take a word away, I'll be hauled before the board and I'll lose my licence. No matter what you ask me, I cannot answer it. We are all gagged. Doctors, virologists, immunologists, scientists, chemists, healthcare workers, you name it, they're all gagged by APRA. Never before happened. So you say to me, where's all the scientists? Where's all the medical experts? Well, they're there, but they are not allowed to speak. But I get a weekly newsletter from a heap of doctors on a whole different platform that they've got going, a weekly newsletter. They are so furious with what's going on. And believe me, there's thousands of them. I'm not kidding you. A weekly newsletter they put out. And it's astonishing. Well, no, it's disgusting what's going on. But like rats from a sinking ship, all these people in the government, within the various government departments, they will, and politicians, will desert as this unravels. And it is unravelling. Right before your very eyes it's unravelling, and they will desert the sinking ship. They will spew information out and reveal things over the coming months that are going to shock Australians to the core. It's already happening in countries around the world through amazing court cases that are taking place. But it will shock Australians to the core. And there will be litigations and there will be jail over this in the future. It will happen. In the end, we will win. In the meantime, it's going to get very dirty and murky. But that's a fact. But they're using fear and division. Fear and division. Asymptomatic. What a lie. What a lie. Asymptomatic. Perfectly healthy. Coated with infection. Dripping with it. And you're highly infectious, and you can just infect everybody around you. Divide. Keep people away from each other. Family away from each other. Children masked. No one going near each other. Social distancing. Oh my God. Everybody's a victim if everybody's a carrier. See? Divide and conquer. It's just ugly how they're doing it. You know, scientists from Australia, China, and England did a survey, or did a research paper. There was 10 million in that survey, and they could not find one case of asymptomatic transmission that they could prove. Not one in 10 million cases that were reported. And that report itself was slammed. It's just rubbish, you know. Yeah, just rubbish. But this is what they're doing, because we know that in a pandemic, you separate the sick from the healthy. But in tyranny, you separate the healthy from the sick. That's who you lock down, the healthy people. That's what tyranny does. But those who have gone willingly and been injected are the true heroes in this. They really are. And I said this the other day. You don't know how I feel about this. I'm the biggest hypocrite going around, trust me. But I work on myself. I don't ever stop. It's a part of my character that goes back to my childhood. I don't like myself. I really don't. I don't like what I'm looking at in the camera. I don't like how I sound. I don't like a lot about my character. I don't. But I can't stop working on myself. It's like a vain hope of getting better and better and better. But at least I try. But believe me, I try. You don't know. Believe me, you don't know. The battle's real. These people are true heroes. The government's using fear as a motivational tool. And these people are coming forward. Come save your country. Come help us. And they're answering the call. If this was a war, they'd be signing up. They would sign up for this. They're true patriots. They're giving themselves willingly. Yes, we must follow what the government says. We've got to help the country. We've got to save the country. Save your grandma, your children, your relatives, your whatever. We're saving everybody. But then they're told by the government, now you belong to an elite group. And see all those over there? Unclean. Unclean. Now we've got the great divide. Many of these people who've been injected, because not vaccinated, let's be honest. If you can still catch it, spread it, die from it, it's not vaccine. I don't care how less, statistically, really don't care. You can say whatever you want. If there's one chance, the remotest chance, that you can go into a pub or a club or a shop or a party or a wedding or a funeral or whatever, and you can infect somebody because you are vaccinated, but you can still infect somebody, still, are you going to take that chance? Are you going to say, well, I'm allowed to? And that's okay. It's only lightly, slightly. It's not a big chance. It's not that much of a chance. Are you going to take that risk that you're going to kill people? Are you going to do that? Is that the hypocrisy that you're going to live in and live with yourself? I mean, you probably killed 50,000 people yourself spewing the influenza A and B around the joint in all the years you've been on the planet. Grandmother's trail of dead bodies behind you. You haven't worried about that before. No sanitising and marching out of work, coughing your lungs out. That hasn't bothered you. But this. But they've got nowhere to go. Those who've been injected are painted into a corner. There's nowhere for them to go. They have to justify what's happened. And when all this comes out, their worlds will shatter. They'll know they've been lied to. That will be revealed. Trust me, it will be. It will be revealed. And they're not going to like what they're going to hear. It's going to be absolute chaos when this breaks. And it will. But I want you to know that those who have been injected are the true heroes in all this. They have given willingly. Some selfishly, I get that, because let's face it, you're not going, oh, I'm doing this for the good of men. You know, I want to go overseas, or whatever. You're selfish. We know it. But you're still heroes. You've gone forward. Where angels have feared to tread. You know, so I don't blame you for it. I really don't. If I hadn't done the research and smelled a bat way back then and thought, hang on, this does not add up, if I hadn't have gone down that track, I would have probably had it done myself. But I found out too much too early. Sherry Markson's doing a show tonight on Wuhan. Oh, big deal. Sherry, you only had to ring me. That's all you had to do. I'm no smart ass. We've known about this, us conspiracy theorists. We've known about Wuhan and Fauci, Fort Detrick. We've known about it for nearly 2 years. Now you're going to do a show on it and go, we've been investigating. New information has come to light. Come on, Sherry. You're just part of the crew that are about to jump ship. Cover your bums for when it all goes to hell. Anyway, don't be too hard on those who've been injected. They've got nowhere to go. They're going to hate you. We know that. They're going to hate on you because they can't uninject themselves. They can't. It's heartbreaking. It really, really is. That the government would use this kind of manipulation on the people. But they've been doing it forever. So don't think it's not surprising. You know, it's not surprising. I love you all. I thank you all for watching. And I hope that somehow you get something out of this. Go to my YouTube channel, which is That Old Guy, Australia. And 50 subscribers. That's all I want. I'll be a happy man. All right? And let's do that. And don't forget, as I always say, in the end, we win.